Okay, we're recording. Okay. What do you want me to do first? Should we do Super Saturday stuff first real quick? So like a rundown of
Yeah.
what they talked about. Okay, so
Sure.
so there's two programs coming out, right? We know that Sean T has one. If you follow Sean T, he's been talking about let me get her in here real quick. Heather's on.
I'm gonna grab paper real quick.
Hi, Heather. Okay, I just started recording, but I was just going to go over the Super Saturday stuff real quick. Two programs that are coming out are the Sean T one, Let's Get Up. I'm excited because I thought it was just going to be like a dance one, like size, where every day of the week you just dance. But there's like some insanity in there, and there's like weightlifting days every other day. So it's like dance, lift, dance, or whatever, and they like alternate days. And there's like insanity moves, so it's going to be a little bit harder than just like dancing. So anyway, I didn't know about that until they talked about it on Saturday. So that's in April, I believe. Like I was thinking right after spring break time. So it probably was supposed to be like the first people would be the people that are on the vacation. Like we always get to do it like when we're on the SC trip, whatever the program is that's coming out, we're the first ones to get to do it. And then right after that, it releases. I think we were supposed to go in like the third week of April. So it's probably right after that. That'd be my guess, the last week of April. And then Wallace Caesar is coming out with another one. It's going to be killer. It's like 45 minutes a day for 6 days a week. It's going to be, yeah. I think it's going to be mostly weightlifting. I think that's mostly his thing. But they like don't have a name for it yet, and they don't have all the details. So that's the next one that's coming like middle of the summer, maybe July-ish. So that's super fun. Salted Caramel's coming out again. That's going to be March. I know we had like mixed reviews on how people felt about the salted caramel. It wasn't like everyone's fave, like pumpkin spice was. Let me get my dogs. Hey, knock it off. Knock it off. Leave each other alone. Okay. If it's not my children, it's my dogs bugging each other. Salted caramel's gonna be March instead of like more in the spring. It's really good if you mix it with cafe latte. I'm just saying. So it's kind of annoying if you have to open a packet and like try to figure out how much half is and do cafe latte with it. But I thought that was really good mixture. I think Kate Walker came up with that. Okay. This that we're supposed to be filling out every single day of the week, this business activity tracker, they're going to do an online one. So you can do it on your phone so that you don't have to have like paper and pencils and binders and all the things that are so annoying to like carry around with you and like check off. Like while you're working on your phone, you can just go to it and be like, invited people, just like all the things. And you can just like boom, boom, boom. And we can link up to each other so that I can be like, oh, did Heather do her invites today? Okay, she did not. Okay, yes, she did. Okay, today she did her. Okay, no, I mean, like we can literally have like a group like push to be able to see what activity. I probably need that. I feel like that'd be a good thing for me. It'd probably be a good thing for everybody to be like, Jen can see that I haven't done any work today. Okay, good to know. And you guys could see that I didn't do any work today. So that's not good either. So it's coming out soon, this next month maybe. I don't know, but I think that's going to be great, and we'll be able to like stay accountable a little bit better on getting all of our work done. And we don't have to have binders. And I know people are like all technology. I kind of like to have paper and pencil, but most people are not so old school. So okay. And then finally, the other big thing that they talked about was this preferred customer thing, which they're talking about. We're going to be able to start kind of getting a lot of training on it next month. And then it'll be officially like a thing in May. So your people who are like, sure, I want the discount. Wait, I don't want to put in my social security number. Like, I don't want to work. I'm not comfortable with that. And then they won't sign up because they don't want to put their number in. They're not going to have to do that. They're going to be called a preferred customer instead of a discount coach. So the word coach never comes into it. You never have to say, well, you're going to be a coach, but you're not actually going to coach. And yeah, you have to put your social security number in just in case you might work. But, like it was, there were numerous things that were kind of a hang up for people. Like, oh, if they saw the word coach, even if you didn't say the word coach, but then you sent them the link and then they saw the word coach, then they were like, oh, I don't want to coach. This is going to take all of that out. If they want to become a preferred customer and get the 25% off, they still pay the $15.99 or whatever it is, the coach fee, business fee, because at any point, if they want to, they can upgrade to being a coach. But they're already kind of signed up and they're going to be in your genealogy. So if you have 6 preferred customers and 2 emeralds, you're still going to be diamond. So a preferred customer, they're signing up the same way as a coach, and they're going to be in your team and they're going to be part of your whole organization. And that's where they're going to stay. So if so-and-so signs up here as a preferred customer and then decides to upgrade as a coach, they stay there and they automatically start getting the volume that was signed up after them. So they're basically signing up as a coach, but they're not going to get emails that say, your coach, whatever, and you know, like all the things that you get the second you sign up as a coach. They're really customers. I have people who have been preferred customers signed up as coaches for 5 years, and they're getting coach emails every month, and they're getting all the stuff that they don't need. They've never wanted that. They've never wanted to be called a coach even, but they are because there was no other option. So they kind of showed like a little list, and they're getting the same benefits and they're paying the same price, but they're not getting all the mumbo jumbo that goes along with. And they're going to like evaluate people. So like people that are currently now your discount coaches, they're going to look and see like these people aren't doing business, and they're going to downgrade them to preferred customers. Now, they already put their social security number in, they already are coaches. So if they would want to do business, it wouldn't be a big deal to get them switched over so that they could send out share carts or whatever. So it sounds like it's going to be pretty fluid because they can go back and forth easily. But I think it's going to help us with getting some of those people that were nervous about one thing or the other to sign up, because there's not really any, like, it's literally just preferred customer, you get the discount, move forward. You don't get emails saying, congratulations, coach, this is your second month. And they're like, I don't want any of that. And it makes people nervous. And so we need to get rid of that. And I think that's going to be a great change. So that is coming soon. They said there's going to be lots of comprehensive training. So there's not going to be any questions on how we do any of that stuff. So don't worry about that. Okay. That's the boring part. I mean, it was actually really cool to see all of that stuff coming out. And they talked about like the stacks and, you know, all the things that Carl takes like 600 supplements a day. He has like a table, like this, like 6-foot table. And he went through all
like everything.
He literally takes every supplement, everything. He does bevy and collagen and pre and post. And he used to do daily sunshine in the afternoon, but I think that's where he put in the bevy. And then he does, you know, obviously Shaco and whatever.
Beach bars too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And he's like, sometimes beach bars. And Autumn was like, that's the biggest stack I've ever seen in my whole life. Like, I can't believe that you take all that stuff. Cause Autumn's is like energize, recover, and Shaco. And that, like, that's pretty much it. Collagen, I think too. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm more like Carl. Like, I literally have like my entire spinny lazy Susan thing in the corner is all Beachbody products. And we have like every flavor of Shaco and boxes and packets and bags and all the flavors of everything. Anyway, I just thought it was fun. And there was something that was so funny. You guys have to watch it. Carl and Michael, when they were texting each other, Carl texted, it was just funny. Anyway, you'll have to go see. It was 3 hours long, so good luck with that. The first 2 hours I felt like had like good stuff in it, and then they had like other people talking about like all this stuff, and I was like, y'all are kind of boring. Like corporate people talking about, the beginning part was the best part. I thought the workout was super fun. It was not the same Tabata that they did for the sample. It was a different one and different moves and stuff. It's harder. Okay, you should do it. I don't know how long it'll be up there. Maybe till tomorrow. I think it's 48 hours or something. Maybe I'll go in the library after that though. I should have looked that up. I don't know. Anyway, okay. So this is the time that we need to be focusing on what we want, like goal-wise for this year. Like we talked about trying to get rank advancements in like this next month, but like you kind of have to like think about what you want long-term and then try to reverse engineer how to get there. So like if you want to make $30,000 this year, how do we get there? How much is that per week? How many challenge packs is that? You know, like to try to figure out, you can't just hope that whatever you do ends up making you $30,000, right? Like you are 110% your own boss. So you can either make literally $0 of your own. Obviously, when you have a team underneath you, I'm going to make money even if I just sit here and do absolutely no things. But I have bigger goals than that, so I'm going to do more than that. But if you figure out how much you want to make and you break it down and you figure it out, then you know I need to sell a challenge pack every single week. And when I don't, if I don't sell any this week, I better sell 2 next week, or I'm not going to reach that goal. Like, really keep focused, write them down, have them in the morning. Every top coach will tell you that they either read or write. I think most of them write their goals in the morning, like when they do their personal development and all their stuff. I feel like all of them get up in the morning and do them all, and then they write their goals. And so, like I said last week, when did I say? Sunday? Writing down your goals, whatever day that was in my training that was saying that you have to write them down. If you're just like, I would like to sell a challenge pack this week. And then there's like, it's gone. If it's not like written and you're looking at it, and really your goal shouldn't be to sell a challenge pack. Your goal should be to reach out to 5 people a day, because you can't control if one of those people that you talk to this week is going to buy a challenge pack, right? You can't know if those people are going to say yes or no. You just have to know, I'm going to consistently invite 5 or 10 or 20 people every single day. If they all say no, I can't say, well, I didn't reach my goal of selling a challenge pack. You still reached your goal of reaching out to 20 people that day. They may sign up later. You may follow up with them, and that'd be a person that buys a challenge pack later, but they didn't buy a challenge pack this week. Doesn't mean you didn't reach your goals. But you have to also figure out how many people, if I need to sell a challenge pack a week, how many people does that mean I have to invite? 100? 50? Like, what's your average? Like, you have to kind of start figuring out, okay, if I want to do this consistently and I need to sell at least 3, maybe 4 a month, how many people do I need to ask? Am I asking that many people? Probably the answer is no. If you're not getting the results that you want, you're probably just not inviting enough people or asking enough people. Speaking of, the other thing was detox people. If you had people in the detox that you haven't heard from, even if you have heard from them, follow up with them. Make sure that they saw my post today about, like, did you see the post about the options? What are you thinking that you want to start doing? Like, whatever. I told people, like, you don't want to leave too much time. Like, when there's people that have momentum, like there are a lot of people in that group that lost weight, feel like, less cloudy. Anytime someone gets that momentum, you have to keep going. Like, someone was like, I think I'm going to do it for 1 more week and then decide. I'm like, it takes 7 to 10 days to get the stuff here. So then they have 7 to 10 days sitting at home, going back to their old ways. And then their stuff comes and they're like, why'd I buy that? I don't even want to do that anymore. And because they've been sitting there not doing this. So I told my girl, I'm like, no, you need to do this for another week until your stuff gets here. If it takes 2 weeks, you need to do it for 2 more weeks. Because she's like, do you think I can do it? Do you think I can do this detox for another week? Why would you want to? First of all, I'm like, are you not craving like eggs and chicken and like all the things, a coffee? I don't know. But when you get somebody that has that oomph, even if they have the oomph of like accountability, the one girl was like, I just want a group like that. I want to be in that group where those people are. And when you're checking in on me, I need someone to do that. I'm like, we all do, honey. That's why we have these groups. And it's not about being perfect. It's not even about losing weight or inches or anything else, but like, they just want to be a part of that and have someone caring what they're doing. And if they're, I don't know, treating themselves the way they should be. And this is the time of year to do it. So anybody that you've ever, even people that you like talked to about the detox and decided not to do it, check in on them. That's the thing that you, like, anything that you've talked about like that, like, hey, I know you were interested in the detox, but you didn't end up signing up for it, or you didn't end up doing it. What are you thinking now? Do you have any interest in getting started with us? We have this and this and this going on. I would give them options of 9-week Control Freak or the regular group, or just doing some partial thing, even just the nutrition program or something like that. Of course, the more you talk about nutrition program, then you tell them they need to get a challenge pack, right? Because they need to get a challenge pack. Some people just aren't interested in the workouts. This is the time of year too. Like, I just feel like people want to get their healthy eating under control. But the more you talk about it, hopefully you realize and you make them realize that Shakeology really is like a piece of the puzzle, and that they're, try it for 30 days and see what happens. That's what I always tell them. Okay, so detox people, just make sure that you follow up with them. It's gonna suck. And I'm so bad about it. I don't think ever in my last 5 years of doing the detox have I followed up with everybody like, hey, how did it go? Like even just that, because even if they didn't participate in it, if they say, oh gosh, I didn't fully do it, but I really am going to be more mindful, and then you can suggest that they come along. Yes. I don't know how many people you guys had invited to it. Tammy, I don't even think you were in there, right? I'm like, my water bottle says I'm still at 6 o'clock. I'm like way far behind. Okay. What do you guys feel like your goals are? Like, do you feel like you want to make a specific amount of money? Like, do you have a set goal in your mind? Are you thinking that you want to be diamond, that you want to be 2-star, that you like, what are you guys thinking? Do you guys know the benefits of 2-star, by the way? Not really. Okay. So 2-star is where you can like make good money. So that's when you have yourself as a diamond, you have a diamond on each leg. So like your spouse and someone else, then you get to open another one of yourself. So I have a Jen England number 2 under my husband. So all of the volume from my second business center goes through Rodney up to me. So I get the commission here. I get a cycle bonus on Rodney. I get a cycle bonus on me. So when someone orders now, I make 3 times as much because I have a second me here. So that's when my second business center went diamond last year. And so that means I had a significant amount of people here. And now I put every single order that ever comes through me on my second business center. Always, forever and ever, amen. Unless it's a free lead. All my free leads are on my first business center. And I started moving them to my second. And then they started being like, you're not supposed to do that. Okay. Anyway, you don't get volume from your free leads, but if you move them to a different person, like if I move them to my second CBC, they would then give me the volume for it. And they were not happy with that. So then they were like, you need to keep them on your first CBC. Anyway, you can see that it'd be like $50 here for a challenge pack purchase, a cycle bonus here, and a cycle bonus here. So it almost doubles the whole price. So getting to 2-star is when things kind of explode financially, because you have so much more volume and it's easier. And your spouse, and if your spouse is Emerald, they make $14 on every 90, 100, 100 and 200. You know what I'm talking about with the cycle bonuses, right? I don't even know if we've talked about cycle bonuses. Cycle bonuses is 200 and 100 cycle, 200 and 100 cycle, 200 and 100. So my second business center always has hundreds, so Rodney's constantly cycle bonusing on that same volume. And then I cycle bonus on it again at the top at $18 a cycle. So, I mean, it's significant. So the goal should be not diamond. It should be 2-star diamond. Of course, diamond is important because it gets you a higher cycle bonus, but 2-star is where it's at. Even if you fall from 2-star, like I have, you still have that second business center for there forever. I have coaches under there, that never goes away. So once you get to open it, you hit 2-star, you open that second business center the next day. Yes, you have to keep it active, but you're making significantly more money. So my suggestion to all of you, because there's zero reason that any of you couldn't do it, is to be 2-star by the end of this year. Because like I said, there's zero reason. Once you get to diamond, you start putting people under your spouse. Once you get your spouse a diamond and you have someone working on the other side, the goal is diamonds. I mean, like emerald, 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 over and over until these diamonds hit. So obviously, recruiting is the most important thing. Getting your people results, making them realize that they can share it with other people, that you'll train them, you'll help them, and then get them signed up as coaches and start helping their friends. I mean, like that really has to be the process. Hey, let's get you signed up. Let's get your friends signed up. Let's get you signed up. Let's get your friends signed up. And really, I feel like we overthink it way too much. Like way too much. Like going Emerald should not be that hard, and staying there and getting people to sign up their friends. It really shouldn't be. And so I feel like we just need to be more forward in talking about it. You know what I mean? I feel like we don't do that when people sign up. We don't say, so who are 2 friends that we could get signed up? Why don't we do that? Why wouldn't people want to have their friends do it with them? It doesn't make any sense, but I feel like we don't do that. And maybe it's just me, but I am afraid to feel like I'm pressuring people. But if I said to you, hey, Linda, you got signed up, so great. You're going to be, signing up as a discount coach, no pressure at all. But do you have any friends that would want to do this with you? And of course you're like, yeah, Susie and Mary and Jenny, they all just told me that they wanted to lose weight. That was one of the things they were going for. Okay, why don't you go ask them to do this with you? Like, it should be like the second they sign up, we should be saying, who are your friends? Have you talked to anybody lately that has health and wellness goals? Yep. Like everyone in their lives. Okay, let's get them signed up too. Like, it should be a much more like automatic process. And I feel like we're like making it way too big. We're overthinking it and making it too much. I think it's important too that people that are going to work sign up their spouses. But if these people are literally just inviting a couple friends, let them invite a couple friends and get them signed up and keep moving forward. Because it typically is, those emeralds that you don't necessarily have working coaches, but if they sign up friends, they can get to Emerald pretty quickly. So what do you guys feel like? I feel like I'm looking at you and pointing to you, but you guys can't see where you are on my screen. Linda and Heather, I feel like at some point I've heard both of you say that you had income goals. And I know, Tammy, you've said that you wanted to be diamond, but I don't really know what your income goals are. What do you guys feel like? Are you income, or like you want to hit a certain rank, or like what's your main objective? Anyone?
I've decided that I need to stop dragging my feet on wanting to be diamond and actually make it happen. Because that's been a goal for quite a while, but I've been making up excuses about it. So I actually need to make that a priority. And like you said, I would love to be 2-star diamond by the end of the year. But I also need to start making a priority for what I need to do.
Let me literally. You see this word right here? It says priorities. What are your priorities? Because I feel like it's always, I have kids, and I have a job, and so I mean, like, I feel like you literally have to, like, this is my job, this is my priority, this is what I want from this business. I am going to do this every single day. Not like, oh, my kids, like, is this a priority? Are you going to make this a priority every single day, or are you not? Because we can talk in 6 months and I can say, are you diamond yet? No. Oh, well, I had my kids, and then my job was really, I mean, like, are we going to do this in 6 months? And then in a year, we're going to be like, well, then we had the thing, and we went on vacation, and then my dog, I mean, like, how many times are we going to go through, like, I put my job here? Like, if this is your job, and if you got fired, if I wrote you in 3 days and said, did you write 5 people a day? If you were going to get fired, if you said no, like, I think you would do it. But I think that because we're our own boss, we're like, the dog and the kid and the spouse and the house and then you're like, and then this is my job. I mean, I don't really do it because everything else comes first. Like, we have to, like, it has to be part of your day. If you're writing down your priorities, is reaching out to 5 people going to be on that list? Is that going to happen every single day? Like, the training that I did today was like, if laundry is something that you could have someone else do, I need you to have someone else do that. Like, cross that off your list and delegate that to someone else. Like, if making breakfast could be done by someone else, an older child or a spouse, a nanny, someone, if you could make breakfast ahead of time. Like if you can cross making breakfast off, that these are things that someone else can do. Like these are things that are not your responsibility. So that your priorities, which would be like taking the kids to school or getting them on the bus, like these are things you have to do. Working a job from 8 to 12, but you have a 45-minute break, that priority of work has to be on that list. Like in that time frame, this is when I work my side job, and that has to go on your list. It can't just be, well, I work and maybe if I have time I'll, no, like it has to happen. So either it happens at your lunch, it happens right after work, it happens early in the morning, it happens at nighttime. Like if it's a priority, like a true priority, it goes on that list. And it can't be just, well, after my other priorities get done, because there's not going to be enough time left ever, literally ever. And I've done it for too long. Like I'm kind of pumped up right now because I'm like watching everybody else get like recognition for all the stuff they did last year. And I did not get a call that I'm premier or elite. And I'm like, there is no reason, but it's because I haven't done the work. But I know for 100% that it's because my priority every day has not been making sure I reach out to 5 people and making sure that I do the vital behaviors. Like that's on me. So then I'm like, that sucks. I didn't get a call, but I didn't do the work to get a call. So I need to rewrite my priorities, and I need to take the responsibility for the fact that I'm not where I want to be, and that I want to help everyone take steps forward, because I know that it doesn't take that much. And I know that, I mean, it takes hard work, obviously, but like there's not a single reason that anyone on this call or anyone on my team cannot be doing every single thing they want to be doing. Like you should be making the financial, hitting these goals. Oh, we are going to get kicked off at 40 minutes. It says we are 10 minutes. If there's no reason that anyone on this team cannot be doing it. If you are consistently doing the work, even if it's just 1 hour a day, if you are consistently doing it early in the morning, at night, on your lunch hour, at nap time, like whatever it is, you will move your business forward. It is a numbers game. If you are reaching out to people, if you are talking to people, if you are getting results, if you are doing the vital behaviors, if you are doing the programs, you are showing them that the product works, like we can do this. Like every single one of us can do it. And some of the people that I've seen being recognized, I'm like, dang. Oh, I was going to tell you guys, there's a girl in my 2-star, I don't know, 2 to 4-star group. We started like a separate pod. And so it's only a few people. And so she was telling us she's a 2-star diamond, and she's fallen even. I think she's a 1-star. She made $130,000 this year. 1-star diamond, 130,000. And then she's like, but I maxed out all of my cycle bonuses. So like they only let emeralds make a certain amount per week. And then they only let diamonds make a certain amount per week. So she maxed all of those out, and she could have made another 130. She said her income should have been $256,000 last year as a 2-star. Okay. So there's no reason, 0 reason that we cannot be doing that. If you have enough people and enough volume circulating, granted, she has a girl that's like a rock star. You only need one. You only need one rock star to make a really, really lot of money. But anyway, there's no reason that any of us cannot be reaching our goals. If you're talking to enough people, the funnel's here. You talk to all these people. You can't see my hands. I also can't figure out which way I'm going. If you're reaching out to 100 people, and then 10 say yes, and then 3 actually do it and get results, and then 1 is a coach. So you started with 100 people and you're getting 1 coach out of that. So if you're reaching out to like 20 people, I mean, like, you're not getting a coach out of that. You see what I'm saying? Because by the time they actually do the programs and they get results enough that they want to share it, we're like dwindling. So you have to be reaching out to 10 times as many people to get these people. And if we're talking about coaches, we're talking about you need 10 to get a working coach. So like 100, 1 coach, discount coach, 100, 1 coach, discount coach. We're talking, we need to get more of those. And those will get you to diamond, and that's great. We need to get to the rank advancements, and that's cool. But to get a working coach, you need a lot more coaches. So we just need to be doing a lot more of the reach outs, a lot more of everything to get more numbers. That's just plain and simple what it is. Okay. Tammy's getting to 2-star by the end of the year. Linda, do you feel like you're financial? I mean, 2-star is financial too. It's not like that's not a financial goal, because it is, but
yeah, I think that's where I started. It was definitely financial. I think just with, yeah, that's just where I started. I don't need to go into the whole story of why, but yeah, I think just everything you're saying with priorities. I feel like I was like so gung ho. I talked to a ton of people, like, and a lot of them said yes, and then a few of them backed out, and it's all fine, you know. And then the holidays hit, and then we had some things happen in our family, and it's life, you know, like life happens. And I feel like we just had this weekend, my daughter's quarantined now, so I'm trying to figure out how to work from home and teach her, you know. It's life. Life is gonna hit. It's just the reality of life, you know.
Yep.
And I think so now I'm like seeing myself in this rut, and I'm like hearing you say this about priorities, and it's like, yeah, I want these things, and then I'm not using my lunch. Like I find myself lunch, like, oh, watching everybody do their workout on my Instagram. And it's like, well, that's not giving you what you want. So I think making that part of my schedule, because I have the time, I have a 45-minute lunch, even if I don't feel like I can do that on my work lunchtime, like I can at least write it and hit send at 4 o'clock or whatever. So yep, I think all those things you're saying, it's like, it's just me needing to put in the work that I was doing when I was feeling more fired up before the holidays and just life hit. So
this is how this business is too.
yeah.
Like literally, like months, like you're on fire. Like right now, I'm like on fire. Like I've got people signing up and like coming out of the woodwork. Like, hey, do you do Beachbody? I want to sign up with you. Sure. Like that's fine. Whatever. And then like a couple of those months, like September, October, August, whatever months, I was like, this is the worst ever. And then like we came up a little bit, and then like people came out of the woodwork in December, and like I'm still on a high now, but like I know it's going to drop back down. It'll be crazy till spring break, but then it'll drop back down, and I'll be like, dang it, this sucks. Or like when we're supposed to be doing live events and we can't go, and that's just like meh. Like I haven't seen people's faces. Like I do this because I'm an extrovert. I do this because I love people and I want to see people. I am dying. Like I want to hug my people at the Y every day because I love seeing faces of people. And like you guys, like I used to get to see everybody like quarterly, and then we'd go to Summit and spend 4 days together. And then we used to do fun things. We'd get together at people's houses. Like we haven't done any of that stuff. And that is like part of what I love about this. Like it's really hard. And so when it comes to those times when I'm like, we're doing a virtual event again, like that's not fun for me. That's not why I do this. I want to see people. So yeah, I mean, it's 100% like you're riding a high for a while, and then you're just like, oh, this is fun. Oh no, this is not fun. Like, and that's part of being a business owner too, is that it all comes back to you. It's not like you can just clock in and clock out, and I had a bad day at work, but I get to go home. Nope, this is my life. I work from home. I do all this, like this is, and it's all on me, you know? So then it gets hard to be like, I didn't do the work, so that's why I didn't get a call. Womp. Like, man, like I'm super excited for all the girls on our team that like had all these great things. And so I get excited about them, and then I'm like, yeah, but I didn't get it. Like even in one day, in 1 hour. So anyway, I'm glad that you're realizing that happens. And then you just pick yourself back up and go, and today is a new day, like literally day by day. I had a couple bad days this week because all the baloney that happens in our country. And so I just felt like meh. And I think that's okay. You can do that. And then I felt a lot better yesterday. And then I just picked it back up and said, this is the way it's going to go moving forward. Okay. Heather, before we get kicked off in 3 minutes, what do you feel like your goals are? More financially driven, or like?
I would say, yeah, it is more financially, but I can't honestly say that I don't know what that is. So I need to sit down and like really figure out what I want that to be. And then, yeah, I just need to be more focused. Like I'm like, oh, I have, nap times and stuff. And then I end up getting on like Facebook or Instagram or something and then watching stories or watching a video, and it's like, this is not doing anything productive. So I just need to be more focused with my time. So.
And yeah, I think that's normal. I wish our job wasn't to interact with people. Like, I think it's cool if you want to watch stories. Wait, we need to take a picture where we're all smiling. Can we do that real quick before we get kicked off? Okay. I think it sucks because you want it, like, I want you to watch stories and comment on them, and I want you to scroll to find things to comment on. But like,
Right.
if you just scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll, and you never start conversations with people, and you never get into that, like, okay, that's not what we want to do.
Right.
And that's what I do. I'm like, and then I'm like, it's been an hour. I haven't talked to anyone. I haven't started a conversation. I haven't invited anyone. I haven't followed up with anyone. And I've spent an hour of my life. Like, it has to stop. So if you have your priorities written where it says 2-star diamond by the end of the year, and then you get off and you're like, did I get closer to that or farther away? Well, if you wasted your life and you didn't do any part of getting toward that, you got farther away because you're now closer to that goal without having gotten closer to that goal. Time-wise, you're closer, but you haven't gotten any closer. Boo. We need to be very focused on, this is where I want to be. So if you guys want to, once you figure out what you need, like what would make it worth it for you, like how much money, we can kind of talk about what needs to happen and where we need to go from there. Like, for sure, we need to be holding solid emeralds to get those cycle bonuses, because that's the only way this makes any sense. If you're not building a team and you're doing this all commission, all by yourself, dumb. Like, that is not the way to work this business. That does not make any sense. You will not make enough money and you will burn out. You cannot sell enough challenge packs to make it worth it to work on your own without a team. It just doesn't make sense. So building that team is